Now, it's the third day of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. And here at Arise News, we've been keeping you abreast with activities at the forum. Joining us now to update on what's the agenda today is Rolake Akinkunmi-Fulani and Rotus Odiri. Good morning, Rolake and Rotus. It's great to see you both.
Good morning, Abby.
Great to be speaking to you, Abby.
Absolutely. A lot's happening there, I'm sure. But let's begin with you, Rolake. What can you tell us about the tech fund launched by the United Nations Development Programme?
Yes, this is really, really big news, Abby. I'm super excited about this. And the reason I'm super excited is because about 89% of the venture capital that comes into Africa comes from foreign investors. So what the UNDP and African leaders have done is to launch a $1 billion tech fund called the Timbuktu Fund. And the idea is to accelerate investment in the African startup ecosystem. Present at that launch were President Paul Kagame of Rwanda, President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, the UNDP Administrator Achim Snyder, and of course, Dr. Bosun Tijani was also present at that, Minister for ICT was also present at that launch. So it's a really welcome development. It will also feature the establishment of what is called unipods, which are locations across different countries in Africa. So big news there for the African continent. I think this is a really strategic and timely partnership to enable and drive the growth of tech funds on the African continent who are creating innovation. But beyond that, highlight the fact that we have local sources of capital here and regional sources of capital within Africa to scale our tech sector.
Certainly a very refreshing and important development there. And what better time if we put it that way as well? I'm sure lots to unfold and you will keep us abreast as we know a lot more that unfolds from there. But let's come to you, Rotus. We of course saw that China's premier disclosed 2023 GDP figures yesterday in Davos ahead of schedule. That was confirmed today by the Bureau of Stats. How do we interpret China's GDP growth? And more importantly, what are the challenges facing the second largest economy in the world?
Yeah, Abby, there are big challenges. First off, Li Qiang announcing this ahead of schedule here in Davos kind of suggests that he's trying to bring some confidence to China's economy, to international investors. So they met estimates of 5.2%, but that was really because of base effects, because of where China was in 2021. As far as the main challenges that China is facing, deflation is one of them. Prices keep on falling. And if prices keep on falling, people are going to hold back on spending, which is going to have an impact on economic growth. Also, China's property sector. We have repeatedly on Arise News reported on country garden, missing bond payments, and all the issues, the downgrading from the credit agencies of China's property sector, and what that means in terms of bearish sentiment for a lack of investment coming in there, debt and so on and so forth. Third is China's falling population. Should China continue to expand infrastructure when your population is falling? Should you instead, as analysts at Morgan Stanley and others have said, focus on welfare payments and stimulus that is going to bring the economy up? So those are the main challenges China is facing. There's also, of course, the US restriction on chip exports to China. The Netherlands, Japan, other countries are chiming in and assisting them in doing that. So there's the geopolitical concerns as well. It's all that comes together. China is still in a very tight space. We're going to see how they do this year. But again, Li Qiang here in Davos trying to reassure investors that China can rebound in 2024.
Right, some very cogent points and issues there facing China. And of course, you know, the world's eyes peeled to see what comes up because that's a very important and monumental conversation. Well, Rotus and Rolake, keep holding the fort over there. Of course, you're keeping warm and we'll be seeing you again very soon.